Welcome back to Ozarks Live. A brand new episode of season 45 of Survivor airs tonight right here on CBS, and we have to catch you up on everything that happened last week.
That's right. Okay, first of all, let me just say, I've said this every week, I'm loving this season. I feel like you know this, but...
My person's been out for a while, so...
Well, yeah, I just wasn't... No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's interesting because I really loved last season as well, and prior to that, you kind of noticed, I kind of felt like I was in like a Survivor drought. Like the seasons were just not that exciting to me, and between last season and this season, things are getting really good. I feel like I had that fire back of like really loving it
right now?
I honestly think it's the contestants. I don't know what's different about casting, but I think casting from last season and this season was just really strong. I think they picked really good people for the show. Once we got past the first few weeks of people quitting, which was really annoying, but now that we're in it, now that we're getting closer to the end, we're really seeing how strong these people are. So we start with the reward challenge, and here's the thing, the reward challenge was kind of just like a big obstacle course, but what I loved about this is by the end, it was kind of a great equalizer, if you will. So it was like one of those puzzle things where you have to, it's almost like a maze and you have to get the ball in the middle to kind of go perfectly in the hole, which was interesting.
That's where some of the weaker physically people can sometimes catch back up.
And that's what I like. I hate when it's like so physically dominant that it's obvious who might win. You know, I like when it's a little bit more even, if you will. But what I loved about this is we see Emily win the individual reward challenge, which was really nice to see. And she's really been on the come up. She was someone who started super pessimistic, not really liked, probably would have gone out first if the other girl didn't quit. But she is very well aligned. She is playing a strong game. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if we see her in the finale. And then she ends up taking all the girls on reward, which was exciting. They got a nice meal. I believe they stayed in this overnight. They also got letters from home, which was really special.
I always like this episode because that is when they kind of connect. And no matter whether you're still in or not, you still haven't gone home. And so it's been a while.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, the game is only 26 days now, but you're also completely cut out from the outside world. So like,
I'm sure you're not able to have your cell phone and texting people,
and that's what I was going to say. I'm sure 2 days out there feels like 2 months. Like it's just got to be in the same.
I know when I leave my cell phone at home, I'm like, I'm disconnected.
I know. So then we move into the immunity challenge of this episode, and this was very exciting. It was kind of like an over-the-water challenge, if you will. They were almost on these slide-looking things, where they basically, and it was slanted, and you just had to hold yourself up without falling into the water. One of the craziest things that we see from this challenge is that Katura, not pictured, but she ends up kind of almost having like a panic attack of sorts and like doesn't want to fall into the water and is so nervous about that. So Jeff talks through with her, he's like, okay, if you just take a step off onto the ledge, we will not make you get in the water. It's not a big deal, which that was special to see. But what was so exciting is it comes down to Bruce and Austin ends up winning individual immunity, which is exciting because as Charles and I have been talking about, we are not Team Bruce, and Bruce has been winning immunity a lot this season. So it's exciting to see someone else kind of take the reins on this.
Hey, who's gonna win?
Well, so here's the thing. I don't know yet because what's fascinating is moving into tribal council, you see the dynamics of this week being so all over the place. There's these rumors of, are we going to get Bruce out finally since he's not safe, but Bruce has an idol. So is Bruce going to play the idol? Is he not? So we get to tribal council. And it's still very unsure. Like Bruce is kind of like playing everyone, but also everyone's kind of like, is there a backup plan? Do we vote Julie out? Do we vote Jake out? What do we do here?
And then who do we trust? We've made these plans, and are they even going to follow through with it?
Exactly. Well, to the surprise of myself, okay, Bruce does not end up using his idol and does actually get voted out, which is crazy to me. He walked out of the game with an idol in his pocket. Absolutely. I mean, I have to imagine that once they leave the game, they contemplate that and think about that over and over again.
That would be the only thing he'd be thinking about for the next like 6 months, probably.
Right. Well, and they are playing for. They're playing for $1 million. That's a lot of money for a little simple mistake that he could have just used it and guaranteed himself 2 more days in the game.
Did he look confident ahead of time?
I think he's just cocky. He was a very cocky player the whole time, and I think he had wrong trust in certain people. But also, I will say, where Emily, I talked about her a few minutes ago, is a strong player. I don't know if I would like give her all the credit, but she did kind of persuade him to not use it because she was pushing it on somebody else, like that they were going to target someone else. So Emily kind of led the blind side of this. Here's the thing. So I think there's just 2 or 3 episodes left. The finale is like coming up. It really still is anyone's game, which has been so exciting about this whole season. I would love to see Austin win. He's been my winner's pick from the beginning. But also, Emily's playing a really strong game. Dee is probably the strongest girl left in the game, and she has also been playing really strong. I could see her cutting Austin, which would be interesting. So just a lot of interesting.
All turn on each other.
Yeah, exactly. There's still so many good plays that can be made. It's really anyone's game. I'm excited to see where it goes. Excited to see who goes to jury tonight. So with that, you can catch the brand new episode of Survivor Wednesday or tonight right here on CBS, or you can stream it on Paramount+.
That's right. Coming up, what's happening?